potentially is the echoes and the deltas transitioning aircraft for aircraft, and then you may see a spike if the MV-22s and AH-1s come, and then you'll see a decrease in the number of echoes because one whole squadron is actually being moved. So it's more transparent to explain it to where we're gonna have all the aircraft probably in the same location, potentially at the same time. So it would probably be better off to go ahead and the worst case scenario, the evaluation, and say, okay, we could potentially have this many CH-53s and this many Ospreys. What are the impacts of that? Vice counting on us saying, okay, well, we're gonna take this out, put this in, and then all of a sudden you have all these extra aircraft. It's a little bit more disingenuous than what most people would think anyway. So the best way is to try to evaluate the worst case scenario and the impacts. And that's really what we're trying to do here with the documents.
Still sounds scary.
Say again?
Still sounds scary.
The best thing we can do is evaluate it based on your comments and see if we can mitigate the best way we can.
What does that mean?
Mitigate means to lessen the impacts and lessen the effects and maybe find alternatives to doing something that may cause an issue.
Well, then we get back to what we first started talking about.
And what's that?
Which is making this whole system more efficient, getting better training for our Marine Corps instead of shipping them out here to train for Afghanistan.
The one thing that I would have to answer that question is the Marine Corps is put into a position at times where they have to take what they got and just maximize it the best way we can.
It was Donald Rumsfeld's quote, wasn't it?
I don't know. That's me to you tonight.
The army we have, not the army we wish to have.
Well, I mean, it's an honest answer because we have to, like for example, on Oahu we have the small training area where we train out ground troops into urban terrain fighting. There are Connex boxes and ISO boxes that's been stacked on top of each other to make an Afghanistan village. Right. That's what we got. So we have to do immersion training the best way we can to get these young men and women prepared mentally for what they're going to face. Right. So you know that's.
I don't argue the same way.
Yeah. But it's really just
a very
trying
efficient way to do it because like Pendleton, I know, is much more equipped to do such things. You know, so it's kind of like you're taking somebody out of their best training environment and then giving them second-rate training just because they're stationed here.
Actually, it's not second-rate.
Well, I don't mean to say,
but
it's not as good as it
I see what you're saying, but then think about the cost of moving. Every time we want to do training and preparation, we got to take a group of Marines and fly them to Camp Pendleton. How much money does that cost?
I mean, it gets back to the point of their need here in the Pacific at this point.
I think strategically, there's bigger people in bigger positions that have those answers.
I can't argue with them tonight.
and I know you can't, and I'm not going to pass the buck to them. That's why we're here, to have the conversations. But I think that the key for what we're trying to do here is present the information we've evaluated thus far for these aircraft and hope that we can get as many comments from or any concerns from the public as possible. So we can actually take those concerns and comments, go back to the document, see if we've addressed them accordingly. And if we have not, we'll pursue more studies, more information, and try to improve. You know? I think we're going to probably have more of these conversations over. That's what I was going to say. We'll probably have more of these conversations next year. But hey, thanks.